Hey guys, this is Rob here with another video review for you guys. Today this is going to be on a fasttech item, and that's the Hana modz clone. Now this is just the DNA 20 Hana modz clone from fasttech. As you can see, this one does have the logos. It's got the Hana modz logo right there, and it does have a batch number or serial number or made number or whatever you want to call it. So, okay, this one here is the green model here. It does have a USB port right here, micro USB port. It does have unscrewable back cover right here. And there's your screen. Nice little screen. Nice little clicky buttons here too. So you got your up and downs. Okay. And then you have your power button. Nice tactical buttons right there. Nice little cutouts for it. From what I've seen, I've never owned a original Hana modz box mod, but from what I've seen on reviews and everything, that this one's basically identical on the outside. It's got your little battery vent and breathing hole right there. So this is basically pretty much identical to the Hana modz, the original box mod, the 30 watts. Now this here, like I say, this is the 20 watt. So right now I got it going on 20 watts right now with the 1.1. Okay. And for 20 watts, this thing hits hard and nice. Okay, like I say, this is the 20 watt. I know they got the 30 watt no logo and everything. They've been having issues with that. I have one of those coming also that I will be doing a review on. And you guys remember, I've already built a 30 watt DNA right here. This is my 30 watt DNA. So look at the difference on this. This thing is little. I didn't think that this thing was going to come that small. But look how little that thing is. There's a comparison of sides. So, and the tops. This one does have a well in it. Mine that I made does not. Just sits off there so you can put any kind of tank you want on there and not have to worry about anything. Okay. So, let's dive on down here and down there on the table and see what it all looks like. Okay guys, here's depth up and close down here. So, like I say, we got the Quasar RDA on there. We'll take this off. Oh, let's see this here. As you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that this RDA does not sit on straight. So this is a con on this box mod from fasttech. It does not bother me though, but some people do. It does bother some people, but it does not bother me. As you can see, maybe you can see it, it is a little crooked. None of the RDAs I put on there or tanks or anything are straight, so it does lean off that away some. Okay, but like I say, it doesn't bother me. What do you expect for 50 bucks? Okay, so it does have the nice little channel right there. Okay, this is not an adjustable 510. It's not spring loaded. It doesn't do anything. So none of my tanks fit flush on this thing, which, like I say, once again, does not bother me. I don't care. So, okay, let's open this thing up and we'll check out the inside. Now, these screws on this one, I've heard on the no logo 30 watt ones and everything from Cloudpour that they had a hard time. A lot of people's having hard times with the screws. Now, this one from fasttech, no issues. They come right off. I didn't even have to force anything. That's nice. So we'll take the top here off. There you go. I do have a VTC4 battery in there. 30 amp high drain battery, flat top. So this will take flat tops and button tops. Now this did come to me with the battery already in it, with a button top 2000 mAh eFest battery in it, but it wasn't a high drain, and it wasn't a high amp limit battery. So I went ahead and put a VTC4 in there. So there is no cover on this. That's another thing different than what the original, or from what I've seen on the no logo 30 watt ones, is there was no cover. So you can actually see the wiring job on this. I didn't even have to open this up. I believe this is hot glue. This is not epoxy. This is hot glue. Okay. I don't know what the other ones look like, but this one's hot glue. But it's nice. You can actually see inside there and see what everything looks like. Now, this is an Evolve DNA chip, so whenever you first power it up, it does come up Evolve. Okay, so there is no hana or anything like that. It just comes up Evolve DNA. So I like that. Okay, I could put a wrap on this, cover this H up, and make it style it any way I want, and it just come up Evolve, so I don't have to worry about anything. So okay, nice little battery compartment in this. Let's take this off. Nice little battery, heavy duty plastic battery compartment. All the connections on this are nice and tight, and they all been coated. So this is nice and tight connections. I do believe this is 20 gauge wiring in here. It looks like 20 gauge wiring to me. So, and then you do got your positive and negative up inside there, so you can't get it backwards. You do need to put this in right, because these are not battery protected. So you got to make sure you get the battery in there right. Okay, nice little wells in there. And like I say, battery sits in there nice. No issues with the battery compartment. So let's put this back here together. Like I say, I've been using this for a little while, a couple days now, and I haven't had any problems with putting any tanks on there besides one thing. I will explain that to you. Okay, so basically this device, you're supposed to be able to go down to like a 0.6, 0.7 or something like that, but I've noticed I can only go down to a 0.8 ohm coil build, and when I put it on, this will actually read 1 ohm. So this is actually 0.2 ohms off. Okay, so I noticed that. So instead of just saying like this one here, let's put the quasar back on here. Like I say, the threads are smooth also. So let's put the quasar back on there, and it comes up 1.1. If I put this on another device, it'll come up. Let's see if this DNA's got the right battery. So you've seen that 1.1. Let's put it on this one here and see what it says. See, this says 0.8. Okay, so that says 0.8. And then the fasttech hana says 1.1. So basically what I found out is this thing will not fire under 1 ohms. This will not fire under 1 ohms, so you have to have 1 ohm or higher. And so to get the minimum amount, basically about what I got here, I have to build a 0.8 or something like that to get the minimum. 0.8 to get 1 ohms. So this does do sub-ohming from 0.8 sub-ohms, but this will read it 0.2 off, so you're going to be higher. So 0.8 would be 1 ohm. This is a 0.9 or 0.8. Well, 0.8 comes up 1.1, so there you go. It's that far off. Okay, 0.3 off. I was wrong. I said 0.2, but as you can tell, you've seen it said 0.8. This says 1.1, so it is 0.3 ohms off. Okay, no big deal. You can still sub ohm. You can go down to 0.8 sub ohm. I tried to do a 0.6 and 0.7. This thing wouldn't register. It just reset itself all the time. Okay, so let's bring this back up here, vape on it, and talk about it a little bit more. Okay guys, like I say, this thing does read a little bit off. You could do sub ohms from 0.8 on up, 0.8, 0.9, and then you got to go to your regular 1. But the 0.8 will read 1.1, 1.0 to 1.1. Okay, I tried to do a 0.5, 0.6, it would not read it. Okay, so this should say 0.8 right now, like my homemade DNA 30 I did, but it says 1.1. I don't know why. So it does not read the accurate, which is not a big deal for me. I don't care. I paid 50 bucks for this thing. I mean, that's cheap, okay? They even got the DNA 30 ones with the battery packs that you pay like $52, $54 or something like that. I mean, it's a good deal. I did get this in 2 weeks from fasttech. It did say it was ready to ship next day, so that's the one I selected. That's why I got green. They have black, red, blue, and all that, but they all were like 10 days out. I don't like to mess around with the 10 days out because it could be a month or something like that. But this one here was next day shipping, so I went ahead and got the green one, which green doesn't bother me. It's kind of a nice little, neat looking little green. Like I say, none of the cons on this affect the way it hits. This baby hits nice for a little 20 watt. I do got it maxed out to 20 watts. So at 20 watts, this thing does last me, the way I vape, I don't know about you guys, everybody's different, but this might last me an hour and a half to 2 hours with an 18650 2100 mAh 30 amp Sony VTC4. I get about 1.5 to 2 hours. It's not much for me because I'm vaping it at 20 watts. So the screen basically works like everything else. You click your power button 5 times and it goes into lock mode. See, lock mode. And once you're in lock mode, you can sit there and hold this, the power button and the bottom button, and you should get, let's see, I forget, normal mode or stealth mode. So right now I'm going into stealth mode, and there you go. And now it's all, I can click it 5 times. Okay. Now it still fires, and it's in stealth mode. Save on your battery. So to get back in there and change that, you do have to click the fire button 5 times like all the rest of them. So I'm back in there, and then we just hold them 2 buttons, and then it'll take it back out of stealth mode and put it in real mode. Normal mode. Okay, so now we're going back to normal mode. So like I say, it basically works the same. You click the power button 5 times, puts it in lock mode, then you hold the power button and the bottom button, and then it'll put it in stealth mode. And then you do the same thing. You flip 5 times off to turn it back to normal, then you can vape on it, and you click 5 more times, lock it, and then you hold the 2 buttons again and put it in regular mode. And the same thing, you lock it, you hit the power button and the top button, you can flip it from left mode to right mode. So I vape right-handed, so I like my stuff to read out like this, so I can just look at it like this and see what I'm vaping at, see what everything looks like. Like I said, I'm not going to get into too big of details about the way it works. Everybody probably already knows how they work. There's lots of videos out there and everything. But I just wanted to show you that this thing does work. The fasttech hana modz clone does work the same as all the rest of the DNA 20s and DNA 30s from evolved chips like these. Okay. So like I say, the cons on this is your RDA does not sit straight up and down. It does not have a floating pin. You do not have the plastic cover inside there for your wiring and cover it up, which that's really not a con, but I'm just telling you that that's what it has. Okay, and it does read sub-ohming, but it will read 0.8 as 1.1 or 1.0. Okay, so you can do sub-ohms, but you can't go no lower. I don't think any lower than 0.6. I haven't really got it to even fire at 0.6, to be honest with you. 0.8 was the lowest I could get this thing to fire on a sub-ohm. So maybe mine's just a little bit different, but I'm just letting you know that you get one of these, that's a good possibility. Okay, so that's the cons on this thing. Now the pros: easy screws to take out, USB charger, takes 18650. You can just swap them out when they go low and you're in a hurry. Nice little screen, everything works on there. It reads your battery life, your ohms, it reads your wattage. You can go from 7 watts to 20 watts with this thing. Nice color, nice compact. Threads are smooth on the 510 connection. Battery venting, that's an important thing. So, like I say, do I recommend this? Hell yeah, I recommend this thing. I mean, 50 bucks for up to 20 watts regulated device for 50 bucks at fasttech. Look, I mean, it just barely sits up off there. My RDAs, just about all of them, pretty much they all do that. Maybe if I had an RDA that was a little bit shorter of a 510 post and I was able to adjust the screws all the way up in there, it'd probably sit flush, you know. But in my opinion, the pros overdo the cons. I don't worry about this thing leaning over and not sitting flush. I don't care. I don't care about the plastic piece inside there. It doesn't bother me. Like I say, I have a DNA 30 already. I know this is a DNA 20, but I have a homemade DNA 30. It's not perfect either, but it doesn't matter. It works. That's the way I look at it. I paid 80 bucks to build this, or 75 bucks or something like that to build this DNA. Okay, $52. $52. I don't know how they get the prices like that stuff, but who cares? It works great, and it's got an evolved DNA chip in it. The original evolved DNA 20 watt chip in there. It's not a clone chip, in my opinion. It actually comes up evolved DNA 20. I guess they could have changed the program on it or whatever, but who cares? It works great. So one other thing, once the screen goes blank, it only takes about 30 seconds. Screen goes blank, and to get it to fire, you do have to hit the button and let it boot up before you're able to take a hit. Just like you just seen, I was trying to do it, wouldn't do it, and I had to redo it again. So I mean, they all do that. All the evolves do that. Woo! This baby hits nice. Alright guys, so that is the fasttech Hana modz DNA 20 box mod. Okay, do I recommend this? Like I say, hell yeah, I recommend this for 52 bucks. How the hell can you not get one if you're looking for a DNA? They do have the DNA 30. They are not the 18650 battery style ones yet. They are the bag batteries. But if the bag batteries don't matter to you, I recommend getting the son of a bitch, you know. So okay guys, that's it. Till next time.